Hey everybody, it is week 5. Key terms for this week would have to start with disaster shock. I honestly didn't know that existed or was an actual thing. A state of shock associated with docility, disoriented thinking, and general insensitivity to the community around you. Panic. Obviously everybody knows what panic is. Fight or flight, disaster response would be flight, I would assume. Losing self-control, but it seems like it's a rational response in a disaster to flee the disaster. Socially integrative responses. Altruistic community, therapeutic community response. When non-essential activities cease and mutual support among community members occur, like first aid and search and rescue. Convergence. We see this a lot in any major disaster that's really televised. When a disaster-stricken area becomes a larger focus from outside the immediate community. SUMA, the supply management, helps integrate volunteers, management of labor of volunteers, and logistics of all aspects of equipment. Resources. Obviously, we all know what resources are. Volunteering of donations, goods needed by victims. But these are more in terms of coming from non-victims, like somebody that's not in the community that's affected. I think the muddiest point I had this week was the fact that they're proven errors and misconceptions. If it is proven time and time again it's not true, why is it still sold and bought as fact from the population? That really, it just doesn't make sense to me. If I had a question for the week, major ordeals, fires and floods. They happen all the time, especially in the United States. We have wildfires in California, probably at least once a year, and floods along the East Coast and the coastal communities in New Orleans and Texas and all those areas. Why, if it is fact that both are just as deadly, evacuations are more easily dealt with when it's a fire and not a flood? I guess what I mean by that is it the idea that flooding is more manageable or uncertain to where it's going to hit? As with fire, you just know it's going to consume everything that it touches. And I think it's a good question. That's all I have for you guys this week. I'll talk to you guys later.